Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Thomas. I'm here with moderator, and you're watching Waffles vs. Localist Primary. Waffles have brought their flagship Barghest, two arty Sleipnirs, three Rocket-like Geelers, Hyena, Jackdaw, and two Besters Logistics. Why don't you introduce to us what Localist Primary has brought, Mod?
Yeah, so Local's Primary has chosen to bring a Gun Balgorn, a Zarmzad, choosing to go with the Triglavian, reps Absolution, Beam Augur Navy issues, double Magus, and double Vengeance in that tackle wing. Going to be kind of interesting to see how this sort of kite comp that the Waffles has brought will fare against Vengeances and a Balgorn that's very good at pinning things down if it can get in range of the bonus range webs it has. Already, we're seeing that the Augur Navy issues are streaming across the field straight into those artillery Sleipnirs. Gorski Carr will be the initial primary as he turns back and burns into his team, not wanting to get hit by those Valkyries that are hitting him from the Gila.
Yeah, we're seeing Sten Masson is the only Ogre remaining that's rushing in. Maybe Waffles are going to swap to them. We are seeing damage pop onto Mikhail and the Hyena occasionally, while the rest of Localist Primary try and push forward and actually get within range.
Yeah, so I'm liking the way that local is primary is sending their augurs in and then out and not overcommitting to them, just trying to kind of test, sort of the range and kind of the tank of those ships, and then using kind of the Triglavian rep to then eventually spool onto Sten as he goes back into the safety of his wing. We do see that the Absolution and the Augur Navy issues are actually doing a pretty good job of cutting off the Waffles team. And already the burst is getting picked off as Augur Navy issues and the Absolution that weren't being primary do close and kill him.
Yeah, we just saw a huge amount of drones take a lot of that damage as well. They pushed forward far enough to be able to do a lot of that damage that the other best of Jomi Vepo just couldn't keep him alive.
Yeah, so we have Balgorn webs that are on top of the Gila of Mao and Kura, and the other burst just gets popped by these beams that can't keep up,
We
that are doing a
did
good job of
see
projection.
we did see that second best go down with a boundary. He did not get shot. He did ride into the edge of glory.
Yeah, excuse me, I did miss that. I was surprised because the boundary is a good 40 kilometers off from this fight right now. A little bit of a misplay there as Hekio goes down into armor, and now Hulk here. It seems like they're trying to swap off now to the Zarm, who's taking artillery fire, and we don't see any sort of reps being put onto that Zarm from any sort of drones, but Gemma being caught by these bonus webs. And now being held down by the Gila. The Balgorn um, just, nuding that completely dry. And Sissa being caught in his Sleipnir by what appears to be the vengeance of Striker Urakar. Not a good start for this kind of kiting artillery comp.
Yeah, we are seeing EC drones on the Vengeance, so you might see those tackle drop off while the Sleipnir tries to get free. But we are seeing damage on Tim Baron in the Zarmaz, but he's just not locked down. He's only got a web on him now from that Hyena, but there is a horde of drones hitting that Hyena at the moment, so it's down to whether that Hyena can survive long enough for them to break the Zarmaz.
Yeah, even if he does at this point, I can't help but feel like things are increasingly over for Waffles, having one of their Sleipnirs being held down. At this point of note, this is the flag Barghest of Waffles. Local's primary does not have a flagship at this point any longer. The Sleipnir just finally being sat on by three Augur Navy issues and a cloud of drones. Um, does have decent resist against that EM therm damage that this Amar Victor team is doing, but he's down into armor and will be dropping shortly.
Yeah, we're losing Sis in the Sleipnir, and Tim Baron in the Zarmaz just isn't dying at all. He's just about managed to mitigate enough damage. Now that the Hyena is down and can't web him anymore, they've just got that little bit of extra range, and they're just staying alive.
Yeah, so Tim Barron has some sort of a local tank on top of that Zarmzad. He's had no support drones on him, and we can just see him slowly just, repping up comfortably. I mean, Man, I am just not liking artillery Sleipnirs at all as a pick in this tournament, especially against kind of the composition that local is primary has been running. You know that they've been running Augur Navy issues that are very fast, very good at getting on top of kite comps. Um, Feels like a bit of a miss pick given the bans that came out.
Yeah, and we're now starting to see damage going to Annalise in that Barghest. That is that flag Barghest, so hopefully it can manage to stay alive or at least boundary. But we're seeing it drop into low shields, and we're also seeing damage going to Tyrion Heki in the Sleipnir.
Yeah, that Barghest isn't going to be boundering anytime soon. He has two Vengeances and two Augur Navy issues sitting on top of him. Um, 80 kilometers, nowhere near the boundary, just getting pounded into, showing the flagship tank, but eventually the Balgorn is inching closer, and we are seeing those, bonus newts will be shutting off that active tank rather shortly. Good fights in local. Striker Eriker saying that another buy order has been filled. Um, Another Barghest does go down. It seems like these flagships have been finally eating dirt, and local is primary. Dirt and glitter makes a lot of sense. Putting another team at 6 feet under. Um, Really well played by them. I'm not going to be envying the position of Dirt and Glitter going up against Vidra in the next match, but they've flown this excellently, and they will be taking their position in the top four. Not something I had expected. You?
I really thought they weren't going to do as good when they dropped down initially, but it looks like the last Sleipnir has went down, so we'll pass it back to the studio.